Who is your favorite member of KISS?
Ace.
Ace?
Ace.
That's like asking, who's your favorite DJ? You know, everybody knows it's Run, you know, Run DMC. You know, I mean, you ask a question like that, come on, I mean. Ace Frehley, you know?
What is your costume?
74.
And what else?
Hotter Than Hell.
I'm 75, the Kiss Alive album.
The Love Gun album.
I am 1976, Destroyer, Ace. I actually really want to be Dynasty Ace and wear a cape. And I was talking about, you know, breaking mirrors, and I thought it was gonna be real easy, and just, you know, I thought I could do it. I wanted to wear a cape so bad, but all the rest of the Aces were making fun of me and saying I could never pull it off. He was covered with broken mirrors, and he's got armbands up here and a large gem in the center of his chest, and blue makeup over his eyes, and a long, beautiful flowing cape. And he just shines like a beacon. Someday I would like to be him, the Dynasty Ace.
Kiss, to be honest with you, is the reason I play music.
I was never really a big fan. I was a fan, but I got more into them as I got older.
I really wish I would have seen them in the 70s. I'll never really forgive my parents for not taking me because they knew how much I wanted to go see them.
We had these little dolls, these big gym dolls. We didn't even know about the KISS dolls. And so we would we'd paint these big gyms, and my dad, a woodworker, we cut out of the Sears catalog, we cut out the guitars in the guitar section, and then like glue them to like a piece of wood and cut them out, and like, you know, play KISS with these things.
Still can't understand why they wouldn't just give up one night. I mean, I think they would have even enjoyed it. You know, I mean, they took me to other concerts that they wanted to see. I saw Bob Seger.
I was dancing in the front room with my sister, asked my sister, I was too young to even, you know, I didn't even go out of the house that much. And she went shopping one day and brought me back what was supposed to be Kiss Alive, but was Bob Seger Night Moves.
I'll always be mad. And then when I got to middle school, and Kiss had, you know, gotten shitty, I didn't want to see him anymore. I met some new friends that had seen original KISS, and it reminded me of how mad I was.
For probably weeks, me and my brother dressed up as Paul Stanley and Peter Criss and mimed to Bob Seger Night Moves, Fire Down Below, anything that sort of resembled a real drive and heavy KISS song. Boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, boom, cha, dun, 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 dun. That just, I mean, I can't even explain what that did to me.
I think about the time of the solo albums is when it started to occur to me that Ace was really the talented one of the band.
Everybody knows that Ace, you know, not that the other solo records weren't good, but you know, here's Ace, comes to those guys and says, I want to leave your band. I don't want to be in the band anymore. No, no, don't leave, don't leave. We'll let you do a solo record. We'll all do solo records.
Paul and Gene, they're just assholes.
I think they try to keep him out of the spotlight because, I don't know, the fans love Ace. And they know that.
God knows what Paul and Gene were thinking at that point. Like, God, let Ace go and do his solo record. Let's see if he can even get it together, right? What does Ace do? Ace comes back with just smoking solo records, sells the most copies out of all the members, has the best songs on it. You know, need I say more?
I really can't believe that Ace and Peter could be in a band with them that long and even stand it. But, you know, it's a really well-paying job.
Whose idea was the band Aces High?
Well, me and Chad were sitting around one night smoking dope and listening to the Ace Frehley solo album. And I think it would have been inevitable, either one of us, it was like a race to blurt it out, like who's but I think I blurted it out first, that we should have a all Ace Frehley band.
I mean, this band to me, people keep mentioning Kiss. I mean, honestly, this has really nothing to do with Kiss as far as I'm concerned. This is a band like any other band.
Some kids asked us where we got the idea to have a band of all Aces. And I told them that, you know, we all just wanted to be Ace because he was the best, most talented, and our favorite member. And he said that it was a very original idea.
You know, yeah, I said, sure, Ace is High. I mean, that sounds a lot better than Ace is Stoned. So they thought that was a good name, and it just started from there.
When was that?
I'm not real good with dates. I can't really remember numbers that well, so I don't really know. I would say a year from this, probably about a year and a half from whatever day it is and year it is now.
All right, this goes back to the solo record. They all go back. I don't think any of them go forward.
What criteria do you use in determining what songs enter the Aces High set list?
Only ones that Ace wrote or Ace sang on.
Whatever's on the solo album is always fair game. We think about changing the set sometimes, but we don't really get around to it much.
I want to do other songs besides Ace songs, besides Kiss songs. Like I wanted to do Kashmir by Led Zeppelin. I thought that would open the show with that. It would fucking jam.
Basically, we just want to do Ace's songs. And his favorite songs that he would sing.
What's your favorite Aces High song to perform?
Yeah, I really like them all, but if I had to pick one, New York Groove has a nice groove to it.
I'm back in the New York groove. I'm back in the New York groove. I'm back in the New York groove. New York groove. In the New York groove.
How long does it take you to get ready for an Aces High performance?
About 15 minutes.
Well, I'm speedy. I'm the quickest one. And I don't know, it probably takes me 45 minutes.
I think it actually takes us about 2 hours from the time that we really start to seriously put on our costumes.
You know, Ace has been known to be lazy, and we have our lazy aces in this band too, just like any other band. You know, sometimes you gotta light a fire under their ass to, you know, get them going.
Yeah, we're talking about it. Just put it in. He always talks about it. Well, you're like all walking out without me, and then it's like, oh. And then we gotta wait for you to quit talking about it.
Well, as you know, it's not always easy being in a band with yourself.
His feet are far apart and his knees are together and he's sort of hunched over and he looks really tired and stoned and drunk.
Sometimes I just kind of try and stagger around sitting down.
Yeah, I like to kind of buckle my knees together.
He's got the pigeon-toed.
He sort of, the way he walks is kind of stumbling.
And crouch a little bit.
Stoned out facial movements.
Got the back pedal.
A lot of it's just getting drunk and you know, and that a lot of that comes naturally.
When a flash pot goes off underneath you, back pedal real fast.
You guys seem to ask a lot of your roadie, and also it seems that there's a high turnover rate.
We resent that he tried to replace us. We're not necessarily that nice to Vinny.
You know, Vinny takes a lot of verbal abuse on stage.
We're not really worried about how we treat our roadies.
We don't pay them. One Vinny, we made him buy us beers, you know. We didn't know that. We were like, get us some beers, you know, we're on stage. And he had it out of his own pocket, and then we didn't pay him.
And he's had some hard times, you know. He's just recently sued Kiss for not getting paid. We thought we'd let him come work for us.
He'll do flash pots. He'll do whatever roadie has to do, you know, to make the show go smoothly. It's not a job for everybody. It's, you know, it's a fun thing, and we just like to keep it fresh anyways, and usually we can't get somebody to do that job twice.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a roadie for 2 gigs. We've never had the same one.
Some of the other guys want to keep up this front of like abusing Vinny. I think they abuse him off stage too much, you know? And it's like, why would you want to do this? Do you want to do that?
Vinny's holding the cowbell for Ace. Let him play? I already let him play for a few years. Yeah. What did he give you? Look it up? Yeah! Come on! Rip it out! Take my heart. You wanted it from the start. You got it now. Goodbye. So rip it out. Watch me cry.
How were you received at the KISS convention?
I really couldn't see too well during the KISS convention. I had silver makeup in my eyes the whole gig.
When I first came out of the hotel room after I got dressed, this little Mexican cleaning lady ran up to me and asked for my autograph. I think she thought I was like really, you know, KISS or something. So I scribbled this. You couldn't even read it.
There was a mixed reaction from the audience there. I think they didn't really know how to accept us.
When we got there, we overheard someone asking about us, and the other person said, they favor one member. So, and I guess a sort of concerned, sort of skeptical tone of voice.
And I was looking around, I was like, man, what a freak show.
And we sensed some resistance to the concept.
You know, those guys are hardcore, you know. But
and when we started, it was really rough.
A lot of critiquing going on, I think.
Because we played terribly. Chris opened the show with the opening to Rock Bottom, the intro that Ace wrote. And he just kept hitting these wrong, sour notes.
And when we started, we were all out of tune, and it wasn't really that good.
And then he just kept getting quieter, and then he turned his back to the audience, and he couldn't ever get it down. And they kept getting sour, more sour, and more sour, and then he kept getting quieter and quieter. And that was our big intro, and it was just awful.
You know, I think we're a little too racy for some of the KISS fans.
I think those people just take their KISS a little too seriously.
They really didn't seem to be won over until a man came up on stage and grabbed a mic and I was like, come on, everybody, get up! These guys are great, man! Get up!
Hard times are dead and gone.
mean, if you thought about the 4 personalities in this band, it is beyond me how we ever finally managed to get this thing in production.
Well, every show is potentially the last show because we're so fed up with it by that point. And so every show we have, I think that somebody's going to quit.
Well, I don't want to speak for all of us, but I usually feel like it's not worth it at all. But then after the show, I'm glad I did it.
I'm not going to say anything about what we might do in the future.
You see an Aces High show, you know, you've got a pretty good shot of Aces High. You got a pretty good shot of rock.
Watch your step, Ace. Ace, watch your step. Ace, watch your step.